What is happening, everybody? Welcome back to the Hybrid Network and another trip back into the world of Blade Runner, as we here try to get you all caught up and immersed into this fantastic setting and time for the long-awaited sequel, Blade Runner 2049. Probably one of the most obvious questions that popped into my head, and honestly I should have started these videos off answering this, but it occurs to me that the term Blade Runner might go over people's heads. If you're not too familiar with the movie outside of some cultural references and a basic gist of the plot, you might not really know what a Blade Runner is. Well, don't you worry, because that's where I come in. Okay, so to really understand the point of a Blade Runner, you kind of have to understand the scope of the world set up in the original film itself, that being the distant, neon world of 2019 Los Angeles. Okay, so it's not that distant to us anymore, and honestly it's pretty neon in its own right, but at the time of 1982 it was, so just go with me on this. Anyway, in the distant future, replicants, which are special bioengineered androids of sorts, are illegal on Earth due to a bloody mutiny that was spearheaded by some of the most advanced models that existed at that time, the Nexus 6 models, who were basically left in the outer space colonies after these incursions. The film picks up with the arrival of 4 Nexus 6 model replicants that have found their way to Earth, and of course you can't have a bunch of bioengineered androids striking fear into the populace and possibly causing a number of casualties among the civilian numbers. Enter the Blade Runners. Essentially special task force members of the police force, Blade Runners are officers whose job is to specifically hunt and retire illegal replicants on Earth, or in other words, kill them with a bullet to the brain pan. We see this in Officer Rick Deckard, played by Harrison Ford in the original movie, as he goes out on a last job to hunt down the 4 loose Nexus 6 replicants, all the while coming to terms with what it means to be human and what exactly separates machine from man. A variety of methods are used to retire replicants, but it's always useful to figure out if your intended target is human or not, and that's where the Voight-Komp Test comes into play, allowing the Blade Runner to ask a set of emotionally provocative questions to determine whether the test taker is human or not. It's a tough job, surely, but somebody's gotta do it, and it looks like come this October, Officer K will have to see what that is like as he takes on the responsibility of being a Blade Runner. But that's actually gonna wrap up this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and be sure to stay subscribed to the Hybrid Network to stay all up to date on all of our content as it comes out. My name is Luke, and I'll catch you guys next time.